You've never ran for any office before?
Nope, never ran for any office, never did anything political in my life, man. But to see where we are now and to see the things that are allowed in this arena that we call politics, it made me even more emboldened and it made me even more brave to jump into this arena because I felt like all the things that you needed to be, which was, clean cut, you needed to be well spoken, you needed to have a certain background to even think about getting into this field. When you look at the landscape now, it's just like, hey, if you feel like you can get the people behind you, go ahead and throw your name in the hat.
Hey, this is Bob Simon, the host of Bourbon of Proof. This tour we couldn't do without our sponsors. Even Up, Justice HQ, Attorney Share, Move Docs, Coastal Research, Trio, Libra, LegalX, Law Pods, Strategy, and of course, Law Firm Rides, providing transportation for clients and lawyers nationwide. Even Up is an artificial intelligence platform that automates a lot of the mundane tasks that lawyers and law firm staff do, from demand letters to running playbooks to opening up claims, ordering police reports, and doing those so you can spend more quality time with your clients in the courtroom or in their living room. We also have Attorney Share. Attorney Share is a product to be able to have lawyers find more cases in their wheelhouse to help clients without having to have the market spend that's out there, and also tracking all of your referrals in one place. It integrates with all the major case management platforms, and it allows lawyers to really better serve their clients and also refer out clients in other jurisdictions and practice areas and be able to monetize all of that goodwill that they put in. Other sponsors, Justice HQ. Justice HQ is a mobile app bringing together all the community in the legal field, from vendors to staff to paralegals. They have their own masterminds. They have our podcasts are on there. Other lawyers' podcasts are on there. On-demand education, every event in the industry, and you have direct access to the best of the best. And of course, Coastal Research. Coastal Research helps all of us injury lawyers find out the insurance limits to investigation that's on the other side. Whether you know it or not, they're not required to in many states to tell you how much insurance there is for the person that catastrophically harmed your clients. But Coastal Research is able to do it very quickly and efficiently for you. They have an actual technology platform that's so easy to use and pushes the data back and forth. We only let people sponsor the show if we use their products and believe in them.
Welcome to this episode of Bourbon of Proof, where we interview those who have been both successful at law and life. And we are very honored to be live from Savannah, Georgia at Hopatomica. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hopatomica. Let's get loud. We're now in our third hour of filming, so we have a lot of barflies that have way too many alcoholic beverages, or maybe not too many. And of course, the one that has not had any alcohol today, Mauro Fiore.
Yes, Bob, I don't drink. And I only drink on days that end in Y.
Well, you're in luck, because this is Wednesday.
Yes.
Ends in Y.
So then today must be a drinking day.
Yes, and this is a non-alcoholic episode only for our guest, because his body is his temple. We have the future U.S. Congressman.
That's where me and Bernard see eye to eye. My body is my temple as well. We are very similar.
He's like Temple of the Dog. That was his old thing. So, Mr. Bernard Taylor, who is a future, we'll refer you to as congressman in about a year.
A year, absolutely.
But August is when your first primary goes?
Yes, August 18th.
Long time.
A lot of work, man. We got a lot of work to prepare for August 18th, but we're going to make it happen, man.
So, you came all the way from Florida today?
Yes, I did. All the way up from South Florida.
Did you take your private jet up here?
Absolutely not, man. I drove. Private jet, that must be nice. I haven't even seen one close.
Well, there's somebody in the room. There's somebody in the room that took their private jet.
Somebody in here took a private jet?
Hey, if somebody took a private jet, excuse me, if you've been on a private jet, we need a pour of the next whiskey. Somebody in a private jet. Oh, Brett Turnbull. Brett, can you please explain to us this old Fitzgerald 7 that is here? Or Brando, one of you guys that took a PJ, and we're not talking a Southwest flight. So
this is Brett Turnbull's gift to you, by the way.
We want to give some of that.
Mr. Brett Turnbull, I don't know all the facts and figures on this.
Mauro knows this one by heart.
Old Fitz.
You might.
Old Fitzgerald.
Brett goes 128 proof. He says it off. Yep.
Old Fitzgerald 128.
Anyway, this is the old Fitzgerald 7. This is bottle and bond. Bottle and bond means it is how much proof? Bottle and bond
100 proof.
100 proof. Oh, Brando, thank you very much. So we're gonna do a pour. So first, I want to talk to you, sir, about you're a firefighter. You are a community leader, and I don't know why the fuck are you running for Congress, man? Why?
I see in my career. I see the worst in humanity every 3 days of my life. I see poverty. I see despair. I see people struggling to get by. I see people that just want to have a normal, regular life that can't afford to have it. And the best thing I could do for them as a firefighter and paramedic is take them to a hospital where they have long wait times because the emergency rooms are so overcrowded and they can't afford to have a primary care physician. And again, I see this every third day of my life. So it's not like I can ignore it. It's not like I can look and just be like, oh, these people don't matter. I see these people every day. Every third day, they're in my community. These are the people that depend on me. And I figured there's got to be another way that I can help them and help them out of the situations that they are in life in terms of their living conditions and in terms of the quality health care that they get.
And your district is between Northwest Palm to where? Up to...
So my district goes from northern Palm Beach County, so that's the Jupiter Palm Beach Gardens area, and it goes all the way north to St. Lucie County, which is the furthest north city is Fort Pierce.
Where is Reggie, are you from Jupiter? Or you live in Jupiter? You know this man, you're voting for Congress. He's now in your jurisdiction. He just moved to Jupiter.
Now you know.
Now he knows. So now he's
Absolutely.
educated. So he's from Vegas. Now he's in Jupiter.
He's in Jupiter? Oh, he probably lives in that section of Jupiter that I'm not allowed in.
He's not allowed either. So I mean, I looked it up, and congressmen, you guys get paid if you win like $170K. It's not like you guys are making any coin.
No, and it's funny when you look at some of the net worth and the people that are in these places, and it's like, there's no way you can be worth that much money if this is your first term in Congress.
Well, they have what they call a fringe benefit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fringe benefits.
Yeah, unfortunately, we need to get rid of them fringe benefits.
So
In Washington, the streets are paved with gold. Remember that.
there's a new gold statue outside that I saw this yesterday. But just a few simple questions for you running for, and I think these are very across the board issues. Do you believe in limits on the amount of financial contributions to politicians?
100%, man. 100%. When you're talking about my campaign that I'm running is a strictly grassroots campaign. We are fully against any type of corporate PAC money. We are against any type of foreign interest money. All the donations I've gotten have come through grassroots, small town, small dollar donations. The average donation is between $19 and $21.
I was going to say, I looked at your average donation, it was $20.
Yeah. So literally, I'm doing this just off the strength of the people, from what I get knocking doors, from the amount of people that show me support on social media and is following what I'm doing and believing in my message. So I'm trying to do this thing the right way. I'm trying to bring the representation back to being a representative and actually being someone that's going to represent the people and not be beholden to anybody but the constituents in my district.
Yeah. And you're look. I mean, it sounds like you're looking for the truth.
Yeah. Again, it's so many people every day that are struggling, and it's different when you have to see them, when you have to look these people in the eyes, when you have to go into a dilapidated home and you see a child that barely has any food to eat, and you're transporting their mother to the hospital, and there's no one there to take care of the child. It's things like that I don't get to just ignore, because again, I'm in it. I'm in it every third day.
Sometimes they're also afraid to even be transported because the finances. Like, I
Yes.
can't even afford to take an ambulance.
Yeah. For those of you who are unaware, the average ambulance cost is $1,300. So if you got a little bit of toe pain, take an Uber. It's much cheaper than
Look,
getting an ambulance.
you're in a room full of lawyers. We know exactly how much an ambulance ride is, right, Mauro? We know every single
When
one.
it comes to ER charges, I could probably fill out the bill.
It's crazy and insane.
I mean,
man.
speaking of the truth, what is your amateur fight record?
Oh Lord, so
He fought under the truth.
oh man,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
my amateur fight record, I was 1-2, all by decisions. Never been knocked out or submitted. My last fight, I tore the pec and my pectoral muscle, and I went to look, and I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not even getting paid for this right now, and
It was MMA or regular or boxing?
MMA. I
MMA.
was like, I'm not even getting paid right now. I got a family to support, and now I'm going to be out for 6 months with a chest injury, and I haven't even turned pro yet. So when I looked at all the benefits and all the costs, I was 29 at the time, so I was late into the game. It wasn't like I was young and I can build up that reputation. And the time it would have took me to get to anywhere to where I make a firefighter salary fighting someone, it would have took me till the age I am now, which is 36.
Wow.
So it was time to make a career path, a career-altering choice, and It led me to the fire service, man.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up fighting weight. This guy was 201 pounds.
Yeah, long time ago.
201?
30 pounds ago.
30 pounds ago.
30 pounds ago. I'm 230 now, man.
When I was a kid, there was a boxer named Carl the Truth Williams.
Really?
He was a heavyweight boxer.
Yeah, Carl, I gotta look him up, man. No,
Carl, the truth
I loved it, man. The thing about being a fighter, you cannot, you have to have that killer mentality, man. And for me, I'm more of an empathetic person. Like, you really have to send me to that level for me to want to cause you harm. And I just couldn't get myself to the level that I needed to against a complete stranger, against people that, I didn't have any real beef with. And in order to get to be as successful as you need to be in that arena, you need to have that killer instinct that whoever I'm going in here with, I'm trying to take their head off. And again, like, I have that level, I just don't never want to get to it because I know what happens. Case in point, I know my father and it's in me. So I don't ever want to have to go to that route.
But I mean, let's talk. We saw White House is going to put up an octagon. It's still an octagon? It's still an octagon?
It is an octagon, man. It's still an octagon.
But the fighter's apparently going to be in the Oval Office and then walk out.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. If you would have told me that they were going to be cage fighting on the White House lawn when I was in elementary school learning about elections and Bill Clinton and Bob Dole and practicing doing ballots, I would have told you you're absolutely crazy. But to see where we are now and to see the things that are allowed in this arena that we call politics, it made me even more emboldened and it made me even more brave to jump into this arena because I felt like all the things that you needed to be, which was, clean cut, you needed to be well spoken, you needed to have a certain background to even think about getting into this field. When you look at the landscape now, it's just like, hey, if you feel like you can get the people behind you, go ahead and throw your name in the hat.
You've never ran for any office before?
Nope, never ran for any office, never did anything political in my life, man.
What'd your family say?
Bob and I have a friend in California, Derek Tran.
Yeah. Shout out to Derek Tran, been on the show.
Yeah.
He is a personal injury lawyer like me and Bob. I've known Derek 15 years at least. He decided he wanted to go to Congress and try to change his district where he's from, and he's like a first generation Vietnamese American, and a lot of Vietnamese people in California and Southern Cal. And the big knock on him was like, oh, why don't you run for school board? Why don't you run for
our own trial
something.
board told him not to do it. Like our own.
The only time he ever ran for anything was Congress, and some bitch is in Washington. He won. And he's in Washington, he's in Congress.
So I heard those same things, and it's just like, where can I go to make the biggest impact realistically? And when you look at the breakdown,
And he won
the
by like
dynamics,
200 votes too. It was tight.
Close,
By
absolutely.
the way, that was the most money came into that district because they said the GOP was like, oh my God, we're going to lose this. And millions reported. I mean, Bill Clinton came to like talk to Derek because it was so
Bill Clinton, they
Oh,
sent Bill
wow.
Clinton down to go do some walk-in precincts.
Really?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, wow.
So it was serious business.
Jeez, man, he won by 200 votes.
200 votes.
That's probably what I'm looking at, man. I got an uphill battle. If I do win, it's going to be something narrow. I don't anticipate blowing them out.
It's just about making noise. And we've seen, and the reason I found you is I social media a lot, and I saw some videos. Like, I like a lot what this guy is saying. And I look, it's like, a lot of my friends also follow this guy. And that's how we came to be. So, political issue rundown. No unlimited funds, right? We talked about that.
No, absolutely not.
Citizens United needs to go away.
It needs to go away immediately.
How do you feel about term limits?
I think as a House of Representative, someone who's in Congress, if you are a House of Representative, you need no more than 3 terms. That's 6 years. I don't anticipate being in there more than 6 years if I do get elected because I love what I do as a firefighter. I love what I do as a paramedic. I love being on the truck. I love being in my community. I don't want to die in office.
Wow.
I don't have any higher aspirational goals. My wife has no intention of being anybody's first lady. So I want to do my 6 years, if that be the case, and pass the baton off to someone else, man. Like I say, I'm 36. If I get in, I'll get out at 42, still with my whole life ahead of me. I already ain't got no hair. I ain't got no more to lose.
It's funny, like I always wanted to run for office. My wife told me, honey, I'll be your Marilyn Monroe, but I will not be your Chuck Norris.
I got the same type of speed, bro.
Actually, I want to put that on a T-shirt because she says that to me all the time. Because people are like, when are you going to run? I was like, but tell me, I mean, do you fear, because I see a lot of the content you put out.
I was going to run for office, but there's a background check they have. And I don't know.
You'd pass, man.
I don't know if I need to put myself out there, you know.
Brother, you'd pass with flying colors. Do you not see some of the backgrounds of some of these people around here?
Some things that happened in my youth that I don't want to speak on.
I got you, man. Understandable. All I'll say is if you see some of the backgrounds of our current representatives, I think you'd be all right, brother.
They just say, it's not true. They're like, it must not be true. By the way, Mauro might be the only guy that got raided by the FBI. He was fine. So we went through two major, because I always like to ask politicians what I think are fundamental truths of what the way things should be. No dark money, term limits. Mauro, what are some other things that you like as a right-leaning centrist? You don't want dark money in. You want term limits. What are some other shit?
The other thing is I don't follow it that closely. I'm not that into politics, but shouldn't you be there to fucking vote? They always say these guys are not there and stuff. It's like, shouldn't you be required to vote or be in person? Like they say that these guys miss like 30% of the votes, and how could you be missing votes? You should have to be there. It should be on a rare occasion, maybe you're not there instead of missing so many votes. I think there should be some kind of rules on you have to be there for your votes.
I completely agree, and also think you should know what you're voting on. 30% of them don't show up to vote, and another 30% on top of that don't even know what they're voting for. They don't read the bills. They have staffers who read the bills and then give them a summary, and then they choose to vote on it. So you are elected to do one thing, and that's to represent the people. You can take the time to read the legislation that you're about to impose on people's lives. You can take the time to make sure that you are in the building. Again, you are elected to do a job. Like, I don't get to show up at the fire station and say, okay, well, I'm not going to go on this call. I'm not going to run 30% of the calls. That's not how that works.
So if you go in, Bernard Taylor comes in day one. What committee do you want to be on? What's your first call of duty?
Well, being a freshman, if I do go in, obviously it's a lot of it's just learning the ropes. They really, really are stupidly on this whole seniority thing. But if I could go in and just break the walls down, I want to be on Oversight. I want to be on the Oversight Committee, 100%. I watch those committee meetings, and I'm just like, as a lay person, I'm like, people are not this stupid. The way that they go about these arguments and they have back and forth, like, we all have access to information. Like, we can look up what's true and what's not true, and you guys still give out this misinformation and these false pretenses. Dude, like, you are really talking to a bunch of stupid people.
They should just put people under the penalty of perjury and say there's a consequence if you come in here and spread mistruth. Because they just go and they say whatever they want. There's no consequence.
Yeah, 100%.
So, what do you think about the releasing the Epstein files?
Why not, man? If we care about people the way we say we do, if we care about human trafficking, if we care about children, if we care about all these people to say we do, what's the holdup? I don't care who's on it. Right now, they're playing a political game with it, and I love when
they're like, well, Bill Clinton's on it.
Okay, get it. Like, you don't see me. I don't have the Bill Clinton hat. I don't have the whole Bill Clinton get up. I don't give a good goddamn.
I don't see you as a hat wearing guy.
No, at all, man. Like, okay, anybody who's on that list, let's find out and get them up out of here. The fact that we're dealing with this and it's 2025, and we've been dealing with this since 2002. This whole saga is absolutely crazy. And again, it's just because a bunch of people who are on these lists and who are involved don't want to be public.
Mauro and I both have a lot of tattoos. And I noticed you have some here. I see the praying hands. I know you have some across here. Do you have any hesitation running for Congress, being not the sucker-seared wearing white pants? I mean, I'm wearing a stupid, wood bow tie, but...
John Fetterman shows up to work every day in a sweatshirt. In a sweatshirt and shorts. John Fetterman, senator,
Braddock, PA.
Senator out of Pennsylvania. He shows up to work every day in a sweatshirt and some shorts.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, and Braddock was I grew up in a bad area of town. Braddock was the worst area of town.
Well, Bob, we were with Derek Tren a couple weeks ago, and remember he told us a story about how he got kind of hazed in the first couple of weeks he was there, but he was wearing sneakers or something in the whatever they call it, the Assembly House or whatever.
Yeah.
It's called the Capitol.
Whatever. Capitol.
That thing.
Man.
Yeah.
I actually have a tattoo on my forearm of the Capitol. It's true.
Whatever it's called. I stay out of all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
But he said that...
The stars and stripes.
Yeah. Listen, man, I keep it simple. I watch golf on TV, and that's about it.
We actually, before this aired, he was watching golf on his cell phone.
Yeah, it's Ryder Cup week.
Cup time.
This is, to me, this is like This is like Christmas, right? The Christmas week.
The-
But yeah, he said they were giving him problems because he was wearing sneakers. And he told him, listen, you wear what you want, I'm going to wear what I want. He didn't back down.
And he said this was, he didn't name the name, but he's like, it was a senior, like, Democratic elected official was giving him flack for wearing and he wears nice sneakers. He's like, I'm wearing a suit with sneakers. Like, we're on the same side of this. Like, why am I getting flack for this?
The beautiful thing about being as big as I am, a lot of things that most people have to deal with in terms of being hazed, that doesn't come my way, unfortunately. I don't face a lot of those things, and I hear those stories a lot, and it's just like, no disrespect to you, but a lot of people just don't come and be disrespectful off the gate.
So I gotta ask,
just not knowing, you know what I'm saying? So
I always thought, like, you need a big, strong-looking individual to make change. Unfortunately, this is what it is under a populist thing that we're doing. Do you get pushed back in your own fire department?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. My first 2 weeks after I announced I was running for Congress, my local union called and said, we are not supporting you.
No, really?
My local union said, we will not back you, we will back the incumbent. The union that I'm a member of, that I pay into, that I'm a part of, say we will not support you. We will support the incumbent. Didn't ask me what I believe, didn't ask me what my plans was. I work with all these guys, they know who I am, they know the quality of human being I am, but because of politics, man, most of the fire service is about 85% right-leaning, and a lot of them really aren't open to anything else, unfortunately. So it's playing a political game, especially when you're going up against an incumbent. You don't want to endorse the person that goes against the incumbent. He wins and then takes it out on you, which, I understand. I just, wish I'd have got a little bit more of like saying that and just instead of just coming straight out and being like, we're not going to endorse you.
I think you got to be loud about that, man. Not loud, but quasi loud. It's like, look, I'm helping people every day. These people that I help. I'm not playing politics. I don't care about endorsements. In fact, I didn't even get the endorsement of my own union, the one I pay into.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. I say, look, I'm doing this for the everyday average person that just sees the American dream just not be obtainable. Most people in my department, especially the younger guys, like you say, we're not rich, but we don't make a little bit of money. We make a decent living, and they don't foresee themselves ever being able to buy a home. Most of the guys don't even live in the county. We have to drive an hour and a half to go places where we can afford to live because we can't afford to live where we work.
And that's so unfortunate. You mentioned the Jupiter thing, but it holds true. Like, there's certain places you come in to save people, and you wouldn't be allowed in had you not received.
Funny story. So, the current president, his daughter-in-law and son have a home in Jupiter, and they have fire alarms that go off at their home, and we respond because it's in our area.
Is this the same one that's running for a seat in another state?
I believe, yes.
Does it rhyme with Alina?
No.
I know who it is.
So
after 18 drinks, I know who it is.
we would show up, and she would get on the loudspeaker. Don't come in. You're not allowed. Don't come in the house. I'm like, your fire alarm's going off. I don't care. Don't come in here. We're full fire gear. It's like let the house burn down. Yeah, man. So it's a bunch of neighborhoods like that. Man.
I think she called it and was waiting for you, and then she didn't know her hubby was home. Was like,
It's funny. The fire department, I don't know about in Florida, but in California they got some strange rules because my office is about
it's right there.
50 feet from the fire department. They're right in front of us.
Yep.
Literally right in front of us. And one time I had a client in my office that had an anxiety attack or whatever. The guy fucking was laying on the ground. I think he was biting his tongue and shit. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I ran across the street to the fire department. I said, hey, I got this dude over here, man. He's swallowing his fucking tongue. You guys got to come help him out. And they're like, okay, we'll come. I'm like, well, come, fuck, it's right here. And they had to pull the truck out of the garage. I was like, what do you got? It's just our rules. I said, motherfucker, it's 50 feet away. You got to pull the truck out? Meanwhile, this guy's dying, But they had to pull the truck out. Why is that?
Same, man. You have to respond. We have a certain amount of guidelines and policies we have to follow. just
You guys
you guys.
riding around
I'm
10
in a
feet
room
from
full of
them.
lawyers, man. You guys know why we got to follow strict guidelines and policies, so we don't come back. See, my man knows.
We're common sense lawyers. We're common sense lawyers. Like we try cases, like that don't make sense. Like you're telling me.
I was like, he's right here, man. You don't got to pull the truck out. He's right here.
I will go over there and save his life, and he can come back and somebody be like, "Hey, they didn't bring the truck out. We're suing you guys." Just like
So
that.
if you go into Mauro's office, this is in Monrovia. It's like in Pasadena area. He's on the second floor, and he's got a bunch of movie posters around his office.
Yeah,
He's got a wet bar. He's got like a shower, a steam.
My office is called the Electric Pussycat Lounge.
Yeah. You don't come up there unless it's an emergency.
You come up there if you mean business.
So you telling me I got to come out to California? What you
We
saying?
mean business.
Hey, we have something that's called, no humidity. Like,
No humidity.
Yeah. So what time? Yeah, we got to make a trip to California. We got to figure some things out.
No, but I mean, but on the real, like, you're a long shot.
100%.
You know, the grassroots thing is hard because of things that are set up against you.
100%.
I've seen you use social media to create influence. When did that start and why?
It really all started as a way to deal with the things that I see every day. First responders don't. It's not talked about the PTSD that first responders experience, especially in the fire service. My first year in the fire service, one of my coworkers took his own life in the fire station, right between two other bunk beds. Came in the station, took his own life. I did not want to ever have to go down that road till I get close to that. So I wanted to figure out a way that I can deal with my own mental health issue, my own mental health, and make sure I keep my sanity from the things that I see. And you're talking about someone who's I'm introverted by nature. Yeah, I know it doesn't seem like it, but I prefer to keep to myself. So even being able to put this content and actually put myself out there on social media and start doing those things to make the funny videos, to make the funny, parodies of the fire service, that took a lot of overcoming that fear of embarrassment and overcoming the fear of judgment. And once I started doing that and just saying, you know what, I got to do something to make sure that I don't ever wind up in that situation, I just started creating content, and I found people started to enjoy it, and I started getting messages in my inbox just like, bro, I love your videos, they're funny, man, I love your videos, this is what we see. Hey man, I don't know if you knew, but I was going through something today, and I watched one of your videos, and I truly appreciate what you do. My page grew from 0 to over 350,000 on Instagram, and then TikTok came about, and that took off. And it's just like all the lives that I've touched. I've personally been responsible for 23 firefighting careers. People who never thought about being a firefighter. They asked me,
awesome.
they told me what the role was they needed to take, the classes they needed to go to, and that's the thing I'm most prideful of out of anything, man. Being able to touch those people's lives, to put them on a career path to being successful and doing something that makes a difference in the community. So it really all started just as a way to make sure that I would be okay, that the things that I see in the world and the horrors I see in the world didn't affect my home life. They didn't affect my relationship with my wife, with my children. And to this day, man, I'm thankful for it. It has got me in trouble a couple times, we do have policies and things with the fire service. So as I've grown and I'm doing this more and more, I have to be very careful about the things that I do. But I do get a lot of support from those in my department and those all around the country. It's still baffling to me when I'm flying around and I go to certain airports and they be like, hey man, I see your videos, or somebody will come run up to me and, hey, it's you, and I'm just like, hey, you can't run up on me like that. I don't know.
So I think you have to be comfortable being the quiet strength.
Yes.
You have to be. A lot of people feel like you have to come in, work the room, and like Mauro and I do this. I mean, this is just because we're trial lawyers. This is how we think the world should be lived. But Mauro made a comment about you back by the door, nobody else came in because it was just like, oh shit, that guy's gonna fuck us up. It's the same mentality where I feel like you're coming in, you're absorbing the situation, figuring it out before you do something about it. And I think that's lost today. People feel like they have to be loud and brash before thinking about it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because the loudest people in the room tend to be the softest and the weakest, unfortunately, at times. And again, just a little bit about me, man. I grew up down in Miami before I moved up to the Treasure Coast. I grew up with a single family home. I grew up with just my mom in a studio apartment with one queen bed and 5 siblings. I was the oldest. I've seen both sides of life. I've seen what one path could have been for me, and I've seen another path that luckily I chose that path instead of what the path could have been. But I know, based upon, my familial experiences and what's inside of me based upon who my father was and who he raised me to be, I knew I never wanted to let that person out, because if I let that person out, it could be bad consequences for me. So I had to figure out a way to have that quiet, reserved, take everything in, don't overreact, don't respond too emotionally, make sure that you are assessing all things about the situation before you create any type of action, because a lot of people that get in trouble, as you guys know, being lawyers, a lot of it is emotional. A lot of it is emotional decisions, and a lot of it is reacting just upon emotion.
Yeah.
So learning that skill and developing that and really becoming that quiet, reserved person, making sure I take everything in before I do react, it's one of those things that's kept me out of jail and potentially saved my
Fire
life.
by ice. I mean, so we're, we could do this interview. We're going to do another one of these because, I just
100%.
love the conversation. We're pretty much out of time here. Man, I have so much more I want to fucking
No worries,
ask you,
man. Like I
though.
say, you know where to find me, man. I'm in South Florida. If I ain't
I'm
on
so-
that
I'm-
truck,
I'm actually- look,
if I'm not on that truck, you
Hey,
can find me,
Bernard,
man.
what is your Instagram? What is it?
Oh man, so
Look,
my
it's Bernard
Instagram got 2 of them. So if you want to follow the jokes on my Firefighting page, you just type my name in, Bernard Taylor, on the first one to come up. If you want to follow my political journey, follow my journey to try to get elected into Congress. It's Bernard Taylor for Congress, and that's everywhere. I'm on all platforms. So if you are that older generation and you on Facebook, I'm there. If you millennials, like
Or Friendster, like Mauro's on Friendster.
we on Instagram, and all my Gen Z folks out there, we everywhere, man. So
But it's
Bernard
what-
Taylor,
because,
Bernard Taylor
Where are you
Congress.
for the Gen Xers like me?
Facebook, man. Y'all,
Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram.
Now, he likes wiki feet.
Wiki
He's a weird
feet.
dude.
Maybe.
I've discovered.
do you have a grinder?
I do not have a grind.
He noticed it spiked recently in Arizona.
Yeah, in Arizona for whatever reason. I recently discovered Reddit boards, and I'm kind of terrified. I thought
I
firefighting
don't
was
want
bad.
people are
Reddit boards
screenshot me.
are a crazy place, man. If you want some entertainment, you go down the Reddit hole. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I never want to go down the Reddit. We're not going down the fucking Reddit. But I'm always surprised when people just get back to me on social media. I DM'd this motherfucker. I was like, hey man, we're gonna be in Savannah and Charleston. Can you just come up on the show? He's like, yeah, dude, I'll come. I'm like, whoa, all right, so we're good.
Yeah.
Because Shannon, who was here somewhere, same thing. I never met her. We talk all the time on social media. She's like, fuck yeah, I'll come up. So we just appreciate you, first of all, coming.
Yes.
And sharing your
Thank you
experience.
for coming.
Because
Thank you.
we have a lot of very good friends that are firefighters, firefighter paramedics. One of my good friends, he was the mayor of Hermosa Beach, the beach town next to me. He's a firefighter. He's doing his every third day. And it's a grind. And we know the physical toll and the emotional toll that it takes on you. Nobody talks about this, but seeing the fucked up shit every single day, it has a severe PTSD effect on every single. And when we pick juries, we have to really talk to people in your position to understand where you're coming.
Yeah.
Right?
First responders are tough to be jurors because they've seen everything.
Yeah. We ask the questions do you think that my client should not be able to recover because you see this stuff every day?
Right.
And it's a harder transition. But thank you for sharing your story. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it for future Congressman? We hope Bernard Taylor. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I want you to subscribe to this individual, Bernard Taylor. Great content, great things to say, a lot of things that are on our mind. And also, I'm going to be in my push-up competition later. After
Absolutely, you got it, brother. 100%.
Don't say absolutely. Too much pressure.
I gotta pump you up, man.
Shit,
got to.
He's swimming. What are these like little circle swims? It's a turtle out of its shell.
Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that movie with Christopher Walken where he scams those young guys out of money on a push-up contest?
No.
So Christopher Walken, this is like a recent movie. He's older
It's not
already.
true. No way.
And he bets this kid at like someplace where there's a bunch of people standing around. He bets this guy, "I'll bet you $500."
But you have to do it like Christopher Walken. You do it.
I can't talk like that.
I
bet you. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, there you go.
it.
Got it.
That's it.
I'll bet you I bet you $500. I can do between 300 and 400 push-ups. He tells the kid, right? The kid says, "Bet you can do between 300 and 400 push-ups." Yeah. So then Christopher Walken goes down. He does 4 push-ups, and he stands up and he takes the $500. Like, "Hey, you said you could do between 300 and 400 push-ups." He goes, "Yeah, between 300 and 400 push-ups."
Devil's in the details, man.
So he
Devil's in
took
the
money and
details.
said, "Fuck you." That's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do 300 to 400 push-ups with Mauro, I would still take that bet against you. Actually, watch the episode with Joe Berdonis where Mauro actually did 20 true push-ups
Yes.
with a guy on
pumped out
Tony.
20.
I gotta go tune in, man. I gotta see this.
Bernard Taylor, thanks for coming on. Thank
you,
you
guys.
to
Appreciate it.
Savannah. Thank you to Atomica. Hip Hop Atomica.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you for having me.